This one's going to be an interesting press conference today. A lot of off-the-field stuff that we've been talking about with Manchester United that Ruben is going to be asked questions on clearly. The Matheus Cunha situation is going to be top of the agenda, no doubt. Obviously, injury updates and everything around people and players coming back from injury like De Ligt, like Ahmad, like Heaven. Big names to come back into the fold ahead of a huge couple of weeks for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United. Obviously, starting with Bournemouth, which this press conference is for today. But, obviously, all thoughts are heading into next Thursday and that first leg in Bilbao for Manchester United and how important that is. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what questions are channeled towards that game rather than the Bournemouth one, because everybody knows that Manchester United's Premier League season is over, but United could drop as low as 17th this weekend, which is rather embarrassing going into that game in the Europa League. How strong a team is Ruben going to play? Are these questions going to be asked? And of course, we're going to bring you everything else that has gone on around Manchester United and keep you fully up to date here on Forever United TV. I'm Adam. Welcome along to the Midday Live Show, everybody. We do the Midday Lives, or sort of lunchtime lives, not exactly midday, sorry. But yeah, you know what I mean, lunchtime lives. When Ruben's got a press conference, we like to do a live reaction to Ruben. So yeah, no midday video today. It is just all geared around what Ruben is going to say on everything that's gone on at Manchester United, because it's been a bit of a break for Ruben since he last took the hot seat in front of the world's media. Well, I say world's, the Manchester United media, which probably is the biggest in the world, to be honest, in terms of scrutiny. But yeah, he's had a little bit of time out. He's had a few players come back. We've heard from Romano about Ahmad, so that's going to be a hot topic. I think we're going to be hearing updates on him, obviously De Ligt and Aiden Heaven. We know that Aiden Heaven is now out of the protective boot, isn't far away, and De Ligt is back on grass near enough. So Ahmad training next week. Is Ruben going to say anything different to what Romano said? That's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? Obviously, Romano saying that next week Ahmad is back in training with the first team. 4 days ahead of that game over in Bilbao. Will he be part of the squad? I'm sure someone's going to ask that question, surely. But obviously, Ahmad can still train this weekend. He's not going to feature against Bournemouth. We know that for certain. But he can be training all the way through the weekend, heading into them training sessions next week. So maybe we're going to get a massive update and some good news today about Ahmad actually being available for United in that game against Bilbao next week. Look, get your comments in the live section as well, everybody. If you are joining us live, if you're playing catch-up, drop your comments in the comments section below as well. And obviously, give me your thoughts on whether you think we should bring Ahmad straight back into the side against Bilbao. That's the key one that I want to talk about more than anything in this one. Quickly, before we actually get into the news and everything going on, as you can see, bottom left hand corner of your screen there is a QR code to our match day partners Match Bingo. This weekend there is a special FUTV game only on Match Bingo. If you scan that QR code or if you click on the link in the description, some of the mods will pop it into the live chat right now. If you click on that, you will be directed across to Match Bingo, where you can download the app and then join in with the game. Now, what this means is, rather than playing the game with hundreds of thousands that have already downloaded the app, it will be specifically just United and Bournemouth this weekend for FUTV subscribers and followers on other social media platforms. That means that only someone from FUTV can win the prizes. If we sell a certain amount of tickets for this game, as in bingo cards, then we will be seeing a guaranteed winner of £200. That is the jackpot. If we don't win the jackpot, then someone still gets given that £200. A name is picked out. We have to sell a certain amount of tickets, but it is an FUTV only Match Bingo game against Bournemouth this weekend. So if you haven't already downloaded the app, make sure that you do. You're missing out on the fun and what is going to go down this weekend. We're going to go covering it on a watch along on Big Up as well, but I'll keep reminding you about this. We're going to run it for the next couple of days as well. Match Bingo, they are our match day sponsors, and you've seen it before. You've seen how we play the game. It is basically download the app, buy your Bournemouth and Manchester United card, where you will get all of the match events. It could be a goal, it could be throw-ins, it could be anything. If you get 5 in a row, you'll get 25 quid. 2 lines, another 25 quid. If you get the jackpot, £200 this weekend on Match Bingo, everybody. And that is going to someone on FUTV, guaranteed. as long as we get that amount of tickets. But the £25 lines, they're going to be won also by someone on FUTV. It is our own private game set up by Match Bingo. Please get involved, everybody, in that as well. It's great fun. £2 a ticket, that's all it is. So if you go onto the app, download it through my link that's up on the live chat right now, or off that QR code. Download it through there, and then buy your match card for Bournemouth vs Manchester United. You can buy as many cards as you want. Obviously, gamble responsibly, please, everybody, and spend to your means. But if we get a certain amount of tickets, then it guarantees that someone on this channel will win, or could win, £250 this weekend against Bournemouth. Only people on this channel can win that. That's how big this one is. So get involved in that, everybody, as well, please. It does help the channel as well, and they are a great little side gambling act, you could say, on match days and in-game betting. It's done for you. You get your cards given you, and you just got to match them up. It's like ticking them off in a bingo hall. That's it. It's brilliant, and it's a load of fun as well. So we can all play along together. And like I said, hopefully I'll be announcing someone winning £200, maybe even more, on match day on Sunday. So get involved in that as well, everybody, please. Okay, right. Let's get into some of the comments section as well. What I have done there, I've just pinned up that link. If you go onto that link, that pinned link there, that's the Match Bingo link. Someone actually who is in this room, it has to be, and only people who have downloaded this link or downloaded the app through this link or gone onto Match Bingo through that link can enter the private game. Quickly, if you have already downloaded the app, you have to enter the app via that link still to go directly to the Bournemouth United FUTV only game. Only FUTV members can win these prizes. It's that. And like I said, if we sell enough tickets, even if someone doesn't get the jackpot, I'll still be giving away £200 to one of the people that has downloaded it and is playing that game. £200. You get £25 for a line anyway, and it's only £2 to enter, so you might as well go for it. Please only spend what you can, of course, in terms of how many cards you buy, though. But yeah, I'll keep on running that and reminding you throughout the shows leading up to the game against Bournemouth. But thanks again to Match Bingo. I'm going to have a ball with that this weekend. And like I said, if I win it, then I'll just be handing it straight back to someone from FUTV anyway. And I'll do that live on the show. Can't ask anymore. Can't get fairer than that, can we? It's going to be fun, and there's only one of us that's going to win the money. So, yeah, let's have a ball. Anyway, quickly into the chat, actually. We've got Angry Beaver, who is an absolute legend of the channel. Another gifted 5 memberships from my friend Angry Beaver. Love that. Absolutely brilliant, mate. If you have been gifted one of their memberships to FUTV, then please make sure you drop a thank you in the live chats for Angry Beaver. One of the best YouTube names out there. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I don't, honestly. There's some wacky ones out there. I love them. Adam, I love the channel. Can I get your opinion on what Mainoo's role will be moving forward, given our interest in signing more 10s and 8s? It's going to be an interesting one. Mainoo above Garnacho is the more intriguing situation right now, I think. And it's going to be interesting how Ruben Amorim answers questions. Maybe if someone comes to him on the Garnacho side of things, will you have to sell players to make room for these new players coming in? Because we all know that Cunha is signing. Just quickly on Mainoo, just to answer that question there, Nathan. Honestly, right now, I can only see him playing 10. He's another option, which for me says that Garnacho's definitely going. I really do think Garnacho's gone. We cannot fit Mainoo and Garnacho into this team. Obviously, in his squad depth, but United are going to buy Cunha no matter what. So if we're out of the Champions League next season, not in Europe at all, less games, Garnacho has to go. It's Garnacho or Mainoo. We're not going to sell Xerxes, he's only just arrived. We're not going to sell Bruno. Cunha's just come in. Ahmad's just signed a new contract, he's not going. Mason Mount we can't afford to sell yet anyway, and Ruben loves him. There's only one player left. And all of them players I've just mentioned are all ahead of Garnacho, I think. I think even Mainoo's ahead of him. Mainoo could possibly slip into the 8, but we know that that's not his best role, and Ruben's already alluded to that, so I don't see that happening either. I really don't. I love to hear that Amorim haters, small club supporters, acting up with big mouths because United have been run into the ground with crap owners. What's your club's excuse? Let's see in season where we are. I like it. Markash there, giving it back. No issue with that. No issue with that. Backing up our manager Ruben Amorim. Where are we now? 3 minutes away from them quotes coming out from Ruben Amorim ahead of the Bournemouth game. Quickly, just on other news coming out as well, Manchester United have contacted Joan Garcia's entourage to make an offer for the Espanyol goalkeeper. He has a €25 million release clause, which will rise to €30 million in the last 15 days of the window, so late August. So if United wanted Joan Garcia, we're going to be paying around the £20 million mark. Very good goalkeeper, and has been linked with Manchester United. But like Romano said, and maybe Ruben will tell us something on the goalkeeping situation again, I don't know. We'll have to see what questions have been asked. But obviously, Andre Onana, if he's sold at the right price, he will go, and United will be looking for a goalkeeper. We keep hearing about these stories for goalkeepers, and then the likes of Ornstein and Romano come out and say that Manchester United are not looking to move him on. Look, maybe somebody knows that there is a good offer coming in from the Saudis or elsewhere. It has to be 30 million plus for Onana or he stays put. So we'll see on this one. It's going to be interesting how this develops. But yeah, Joan Garcia entourage contacted by Manchester United apparently. Look, it's 20 million quid, near enough. It's cheap for a decent keeper. I just wish we'd have done this when we were looking for a new keeper after David De Gea. Honestly, Eric Ten Hag and what he did with some of the signings that he brought into this club. Good God, man. He's absolutely poleaxed us. On the Matheus Cunha situation as well and where we're at with this one, I think it's quite clear now where we're at with it exactly. We've had our man Sully who's come out and confirmed that Manchester United now are in the latter stages of dealing with personal terms for Matheus Cunha. In fact, what is definite right now is that this is as close as it gets. Understand, Matheus Cunha is now close to reaching an agreement with Manchester United regarding personal terms. Signing bonus and agents' fees are being discussed and said to not be huge and not be an issue as the deal advances. Once this is agreed, deal should move rapidly. So, agreement in place for personal terms is where we're at with this one. Manchester United actually now in a position where they are communicating with Wolves on the instalment packaging for Matheus Cunha. They will pay the full 62.5 million, which we've known for a while now. But yes, Matheus Cunha is a red. I keep on saying it, and sometimes, no, I'm not at the point where I'm pinching myself because of this, but I just didn't think Manchester United would have been able to get this deal done. I think this is a player that is actually just going to walk right into our first team and instantly make us better. That's all we've asked for as a fan base, really. And it is substantial money. It is an investment and it is real backing from the board to Ruben Amorim. And I think, obviously, Ruben, when the questions come around, I don't think he's going to necessarily answer them directly, but I think there'll be a hint towards what the direction is going to be in this transfer window when this press conference starts. Speaking of which, we are now in the realms of press conference embargo time being lifted. So, again, are we going to get any questions regarding Tyler Fredrickson coming in and starting a game again? How many players are we going to rest ahead of that massive game on Thursday? All of these questions are coming up now. So, yep, here we go. It's not going to be too long now. The quotes are going to be flooding in any minute. So, just stay with us on this one. In fact, we are on with these right now. Amorim says Ahmad, Matheus de Ligt and Aiden Heaven are getting closer to fitness. Ahmad and Matheus are near. Aiden is not ready. That's it. Well, that's good. I don't mind that at all. The big ones there are obviously de Ligt and Ahmad. Very close, very near. Excellent news. The possibility Diogo Dalot could miss the rest of the season with a calf injury. We don't know how long. Oh, Dalot is out. I didn't know this. Dalot has been ruled out of Manchester United's upcoming games with a calf injury and could miss the season. Whoa. Ruben Amorim says Dalot could miss the rest of the season with a calf muscle injury. There is that possibility, but we will check week by week. He works really hard and can recover quite well. Dalot is one of them brick wall players, isn't he? Who's never injured. This is a big shock right now. Dalot is out for the season, possibly, is the opening headline news from the press conference, which means room for somebody to step into that right wing-back role. And who is coming back from injury very, very soon? Mr. Amad Diallo. Oh, the plot thickens, you could say. Sorry, I'm all the melodramatics and everything, but it just makes you think, doesn't it? Jaden Kamasin coming through from the academy. Are we going to see the possibility that Dargu could play out on the right and Harry Amas could play out on the left? Could Bendito Mantato come in? And like I said, could Amad come in and play on that right-hand side? All of these questions now really are quite relevant in what is going on here. So yes, there. That's what I think we're looking at right here. Now, I'm just checking through everyone's comments on this and all of the journalists now after this has just come out. And it is like a few people are sort of pointing fingers towards Jaden Kamasin, Bendito Mantato, these sorts of players that have been on the fringes and training with Man United's first team. After Ruben's dropped this bombshell, we were thinking we're going to get good injury updates going into this press conference. Clearly not. Dalot is out. That is your opening headline, everybody. Let's just go through the exact quote now again, just to keep you updated on the whole injury situation with Manchester United rounded up. First question, obviously, who is out, who's back, who's coming back from injury? Diogo Dalot is out straight away, Ruben says. We don't know how long he is going to be out. He is out for the next few games. Amad is near, De Ligt is near, Aiden is not ready. There's a possibility Dalot will miss the rest of the season, but we will see week by week. He has something with his calf muscle. He had a sequence of games he played all the time. We tried to manage, but we had to protect players, and Dalot felt something. Disappointing for Dalot, but yeah, that is your opening headline from the Ruben Amorim press conference this afternoon. I get your thoughts in on that, everybody. Dalot is out. Who are you playing at right wing back? That's my first question right now. Who are you playing at right wing back? Are you going to go Dorgu right, Amas on the left? You're going to bring Jaden Kamasin in on the right and keep Dorgu on the left? You're going to bring Bendito Mantato in, or is Amad coming back, going to play on that right wing back position? Maybe you push Bruno forward, Casemiro and Agate in the middle, Bruno, Mount, Højlund. That's it. And yeah, it's like Kaz just messaged me now. They're saying experience of Dalot in the Europa League could be a big miss. And yeah, he is an experienced player, Dalot, and I think any sort of experienced players that we are missing for these big games now against Bilbao is going to be. It's going to hurt Manchester United. I'm happy that De Ligt is close to return, very close to return, but obviously now we're going to see something new, completely new, because Dalot was seen as the automatic right wing back. I just hope he doesn't play Mazraoui there, because Mazraoui I don't think is suitable. I don't think I'm not going to say he's not capable. I think he can do it. I really just don't think that Mazraoui is the right option on that right-hand side. I really don't. I don't want to see him there. But hey, look, in terms of the Matheus Cunha links, I could say this is a conversation for the end of the season, but I have an idea that it is clear because we need to do things early. I will not say anything about Matheus because if I say one time, I will have to comment on every situation. I am focused on the season, and even in the next few games could change our plan for next season. Matheus Cunha is going to sign for Manchester United. That's exactly what that says there. He's like alluding to the fact that everybody has already reported it and everybody already knows. But he also says there, Ruben, that everybody knows we have to do things quickly. And all of the conversation has been from Romano to Ornstein to everything else reporting on Manchester United's transfers is that it's going to happen as soon as the window opens on June 1st. So Ruben knows what's coming. The avalanche of questions continuously piling in on Ruben Amorim about transfers. He's just going to be there. He's got press conference after press conference after press conference now coming up over the next 2 weeks. He's going to have to really strap himself in and get ready for an absolute barrage, I think. But that there, I could say this is a conversation for the end of the season, but I have an idea that is clear because we have to do things early. So he wants Cunha, and we know we're getting Cunha. And like we said before, Ruben started talking. The conversation has gone to a level where we are actually now ready to sign the personal terms for Matheus Cunha, and he's going to be a red before that transfer window opens, except he just can't play until the window opens. You get what I mean? Yeah, officially. Anyway. I don't want to talk about Bilbao. I focus on Bournemouth. The way they perform against Bournemouth can change my mind for the next game. We need to win. That is all. That pretty much says it. He's just called it out there. He wants these players to use the Bournemouth game to show him that they belong in the team when it really matters for the Bilbao game. Like, show me that you are fully focused and switched on for the lesser games as well as the big ones. We cannot just keep getting up for the so-called big important games. This is Manchester United. We need to perform in every single game. And let's be honest, the Premier League season has been an absolute sham for Manchester United. And these players, they honestly need to hang their heads in absolute shame. It has been that bad. It really has. It's pathetic, in fact. Absolutely pathetic. And how Manchester United has been and as they've been performing this season. It really is. Even Fabrizio Romano is watching this press conference. His comments there just basically quoting Ruben Amorim and what he says. He says there, I will not say anything about Matheus because if I say one time, I will have to say it about any situation. That is a yes or a no. He's a United player. Romano's talking about it. Romano's talking about Ruben talking about it. That says everything. That tells you everything you need to know about what is happening with that deal. Here's an interesting one. Ruben Amorim answering questions on Rasmus Højlund. Again, I kind of knew this was going to be said before it actually even got said, to be honest. But a striker needs to score goals. We try to help him, and he is trying really hard, and he wants things so bad he makes it worse. Yeah. Totally agree with that one, actually. He is completely gone over now in what he's trying to do. He's forgot about what it is, and he's trying to do too much. Agree with that. He created one situation against Wolves, and he is improving the small things. The goal will come. Never mind the goal, Ruben. What about goals? That's what we need. Like, more than one, mate. Because he got one. And then he's gone quiet again. We've not seen him since we come back from international break. A goal against the relegated Leicester side doesn't warrant him turning a corner or getting better or improving the little things. We need consistent goals for a £75 million striker. He isn't going to do it. We know he isn't. And let's be honest, if there was other players, he wouldn't be playing. Amorim on Rashford's form at Villa. Oh, there's an interesting one, actually, yeah. Because we are getting close to transfer window now, and decisions are going to have to be made. All the players on loan will return, and then the club will decide what to do at the end of the season. The talent of Rashford, the talent of Antony, they all have talent. We are really happy because if you put players on loan, you want them to perform. That is good for us. Yep, I'd expect him to answer it that way. Basically saying good that the players are doing well, gives them an option at the end of the season to make a decision. That's about it. Interesting there, though. He mentioned Antony, he mentioned Rashford. No word at all about Jadon Sancho. Quite clearly, the club have forgotten about about Jadon Sancho. Freedom fighter is not on the agenda, it would seem. It isn't. Thank you everybody who has joined us. If you're loving the content, please pop a like on the video, pop a video on the like, and maybe subscribe to the hit. There you go. I've done that loads of times recently. Kaz was the one who told me about it as well. She said you just asked to put a video on the like, and I went, no, I didn't say that. She said, yeah, you did. Like, you got it completely mixed up. Almac says, is Yerke a priority? ? Do we need 2 attacking midfielders? Mazraoui slots in at right back. It's right wing back though, Clint, and I don't like him at wing back. I think he's better at centre half. I think he is going to play him there though for the experience factor. I don't think he's going to play Dorgu there and Amas on the left. I think it'll be Dorgu left, Mazraoui right, and then we lose something a little bit there, I think. But who's going to play at centre back then? Because that's Mazraoui coming out, and obviously De Ligt is not ready yet. I think this weekend we could actually see we could see Amas getting a game and Dorgu on the right, but against Bilbao, is De Ligt going to be back in time? Could we actually be needing to bring in a Tyler Fredrickson again? Because look, if he's going to continue with Mazraoui at right wing back, there's a centre back gone. You've obviously, oh no, we've got Leading Lindelof, haven't we? Oh no, I forgot all about him. Is he still here? Oh no, that's just the realisation that I might have to be putting up with that clown in defence again. Move on. Oh, that's just poleaxe, mate, honestly. Just the thought of that. I forgot he was even here, man. He's non-existent. If we're having to rely on it, please, Heaven and De Ligt, please, just don't get injured again. I cannot be watching Lindelof next to Maguire. I cannot be watching Ole Gunnar Solskjaer defence again. Like, there could be a point where we could have Dalot, bleeding Lindelof and Maguire all playing at one point. No, Dallow's injured now, but my God, can you imagine that? Wow. Amorim on the confidence of the owners. Oh, okay. We have to win every game, and every game is important. So we have to put our standards, even without winning, really high. I feel the board understand the context and what we want to do. Our idea is really clear. He said, Paul, he didn't know it. I am critical because we are not winning games, and we are Manchester United, and we are near the bottom. Exactly. If you weren't there at the start of the show, Manchester United could finish this weekend in 17th. That's how drastic the season is. Yes, that is one place out of the relegation zone. So when you look at a table, you can say that Manchester United have been tinkering with the thought of relegation. And that tells you everything. It is an utter disgrace to look at what Manchester United have done this season in the Premier League. It really is. And the Europa League will be fantastic. And it will obviously paper over a lot of cracks, and we'll get into Europe, and everything could move on from there. But we cannot forget about this. We cannot forget about what Ruben Amorim just said there. We can't forget that Man United are actually in a relegation fight. The fact that we are miles ahead of the other teams in the relegation zone tells you exactly where we're at. Of all the other Premier League teams and their established teams, the 3 championship sides that got promoted are the only ones below us. That could be the scenario this weekend if the result doesn't go right against Bournemouth. Wow. Yeah. Absolute disgrace. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Let's get into some more comments from you guys. Actually, I'll be honest, more so than Amorim, I think the issue is the board don't want to pay Rashford the kind of wages he's on for the kind of performances he puts on. I don't think that's an obvious one. I know, mate. I really do. I know he's replying to Henry there with that comment, but it is. That's where it is. Like, they don't want to be paying them high wages to players that are just not performing or not featuring. Like, Rashford was sat on the bench. That, for Manchester United's new recruitment team and structure and businessmen, is a definite red flag. And I've been told, and I've said it on the shows, Rashford is not going to play for Manchester United while Ruben Amorim is the manager. And Ruben's got a whole season to play with here, so Rashford's gone. His career at United is finished. I don't see any way that he comes back into Man United's side. I really don't. I don't want him back in our side, to be honest. Did we sign Cunha? Are we still talking, says a Welshman forever? Well, I think Ruben Amorim pretty much gave us a big clue there in terms of, I could say a few things, but I'm not going to. Everybody knows that we need to do things very quickly in this window, and there's a lot of plans. So, yeah, I honestly, it just looks completely finished. It looks completely finished and done, this deal. Very slow with all of the comments and remarks coming out from this press conference today. There isn't much to go off at all so far. But yeah, priorities have been around injured players. We've heard that Dalot is out, possibly for the rest of the season. Heaven and De Ligt are very close. De Ligt and Ahmad are very close to returning, back in training with the first team next week. And Heaven is not he's not there yet, but he's out of his boot and he is training again. So yeah, Heaven is improving. That's all we needed to know. Let's see what else we've got here. Flicking through the social media reaction to this. There are a lot of players who want to play for Manchester United. That's what I feel. It's Manchester United. Everyone wants to play for Manchester United. How many times can you say Manchester United in one paragraph? Well, Ruben's just broke the record right there. Everyone's talking about that. That's a comment that's just come out regarding players coming in and the transfers. You got to expect that sort of stuff to come out. And there you go. Lots of transfer questions coming Amorim's way in the press conference today. Even the players that were on loan, like he was talking about, in terms of Rashford and Antony and what's going to happen with them when they come back. At least we'll have an option. Adam, I like your optimistic attitude, says Stephen. I'm weakening, mates. I think maybe get a few girls to play for us. Anything to win. So some of their women's team, mate. Yeah, they'd do a job for us. They've had a solid season, the women's team. Well done to them. Champions League football again for the women. One more solid centre back with pace probably needed with current system. No, I disagree. I think we'll be all right. I do. I think we'll be okay. I think the priorities, if we're spending money anyway, I think have to be elsewhere. We cannot even think about spending money on a centre-back before we bring in an 8 or a right wing-back or a 10 or 9. It is so far down. I would even put a goalkeeper ahead of the centre. Centre-back is the last position Manchester United need in the summer with spending money on it. That's how I see it anyway. You obviously let me know in the comments section. Thank you everybody who has just subscribed as well. Don't forget everybody, a quick one again while everybody is here. As you can see bottom left hand corner of your screen, there's a QR code and there is a link in the live chat right now. Match Bingo are match sponsors. This weekend we're doing an FUTV only match bingo game for United versus Bournemouth, which means there is going to be guaranteed FUTV winners only on this game. Forget about the hundreds of thousands that are on the app already. They are doing us a special promotion game where it is going to be just us on the game. And if we sell enough of them tickets, then someone on FUTV is guaranteed to win £200. Even if they don't make the jackpot, the game will provide, and I will announce one lucky user of the game who is on FUTV will win £200 anyway. So let's see if we can win it normally, but if not, someone will be picked out of the hat and win it anyway. So 350 quid will be given away in that game against Bournemouth this weekend. And that is a definite. So get into the link in the live chat now. Get your tickets, download the app. You have to go through that link on the screen right in the live chat right now. I'll scan my QR code to be involved in this game. No, it has to go through that link. So if you've already downloaded the app, please do go right back through onto the app through that link of FUTV in the live chat and description, or scan the QR code on the screen right there. You have to go into it through the link or QR code to be involved in the FUTV game only. Get going with that, everybody. Get your chance of winning a few £100 this weekend. Might need it after what we get from Bournemouth. Nothing to play for on Sunday is a question that's asked. The focus is that we have to face it and we need to have that feeling. Every game here is important and we have to win every game. Important not to lose. Of course, you see the context. We are going to face this game and with the best team. We had a full week to prepare. Some of the players that didn't play against Wolves, so recover the players is not a bad thing. I will try and prepare for this game and try and win the next one. Yes. We will see on that one. Try and win it. I don't know. Our record at Bournemouth it's not the best. It really isn't. And do you know what? I don't know how this game is going to go this weekend. I really don't. I think I'm looking forward to the bloody match bingo game more than the United game, to be honest. At least there's a chance of winning some money. But I don't know what team he plays. I think it's going to be a mixed match again of reserve and youth players. Obviously, with Dalot being out now, I think there's a chance for Harry Mas to possibly play again. Or maybe he's going to try something that's going to work for him against Bilbao. Maybe he's going to try playing Mazraoui there and get him used to playing there. 5 more gifted memberships there from the Angry Beaver. Absolute legend. Thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate that, my man. That's 10 new members alone just in the show today. Absolutely epic. What order would you prioritise signing-wise is the little poll we've got running up in the live chat right now. 9, 10, 8, 1, 1, 9, 8, 10, 9, 1, 10, 8. Feel like I'm playing bingo now. Over, tell us. Drop your comments in if there's a different order that you would pick from the ones that we've put up in the poll, everybody. Majority of you are saying 9, 10, 8, 1. Yeah, I agree with that. But it's going to be 10, first of all, because Cunha's going to sign. So we haven't got any of them options up in the poll. So that's why we're going with the other ones, just as a different option. I think that made sense, didn't it? Confusing my bleeding self now. Oh, God. Let's get a few more comments in. Hope United win it, and not, if not, Bournemouth 2-1. Think the stadium will be full against Bournemouth. Yeah, it will. Dacia Sandero says we got to buy a goalkeeper first. Needs to be Dargu on the right and Amas on the left for the rest of the season. Adam, I don't know. I don't think he's going to risk actually playing Amas in these big Europa League games. I really don't. I'm pretty certain he won't. Is United's pull the same in the transfer window? We just talked about that one, actually, in terms of all the players want to come and play for Manchester United. Ruben answered that. Amorim on Casemiro and whether United players can change his mind before the summer. Oh, God. That's something, isn't it? Change his mind from what? Apparently he wants to stay. So why are you even asking that question? Everything can happen. Casemiro is the best example. He wasn't playing... And then you see the last games, he's having a part. He's performing quite well. He's playing all the time. I like to change my mind. If they change my mind like that, I want to put the best players in my team. So, yeah, it's like Casemiro there. If a bid comes in, United will sell him. I don't think there's anything else to really say on that one. But at least Casemiro has shown willing and actually shown that he is probably worth something in the window coming up this summer, I would say, in anything. Amorim on prioritising the Europa League. It matters a lot. What I'm saying with our current squad, we have to take risks and choose the priority. I want the best players in every game, and sometimes it's hard for me to take a risk in every game. But in this moment, we have to make choices. I want to protect the young players. I don't want to put everybody together in the same game so they can't perform. I want to help the club, and I am trying to help. There's a lot to take out of that comment right there, isn't there? He doesn't want to play the kids because it's the wrong time and there's too much pressure on, is what I take. He's stuck between how hard he goes in on the Premier League games and in terms of how strong he goes in preparation. I think that's the risks that he's talking about, because the pressure's going to come. How many of these players can play 2 games a week in, week out? That's the decision he's got to make. And he's trying to help the club. I think in a way he's trying to help the club by winning the Europa League. That's how I see that comment there. And that's how I break it down anyway. I mean, you tell me what you think from that one, everybody. But yeah, that is Ruben Amorim for me saying that he has to prioritise the Europa League for the club. And sometimes sacrifices will be made. Mark there has told me to get De Gea back. Can't. He's just triggered another contract extension at Fiorentina, mate, sadly. Compost Smith, Amas will be okay if needed. The Europa is a level down from most of what we face domestically, but the pressure and importance of it is huge. And that's why I don't think he'll play him. He'll play the experienced players, I think. Adam, playing a strong team against Bournemouth would be a disaster, especially if any of the players got injured. Well, Dalot, point proven, mate. He's out now for what could possibly be the rest of the season. Start Kamasan on the right on Sunday. Let's see what he can do. Tomo, yeah, he may just risk playing a youngster out on the right-hand side. Could be Mantato even as well. I think we're all probably intrigued to watch what sort of side he lines up against Bournemouth anyway at weekend. It's going to be an interesting one. It's definitely going to be another mixed match team. It's sad because we want to win the game. We don't want to be sat here talking embarrassment again and waiting for the Thursday night football to come around where we actually know we're going to turn up. We need to be turning up for every single game. It's like every other team in the Premier League seems to be able to do it, but we can't. It's like Villa turn up in the Champions League, they then turn up in the Premier League. They go close to drawing with City away and probably deserve to draw out of it. They smash Newcastle after smashing PSG and being really unfortunate not to actually get through that tie. Like, we have to just do the Europa League, bust a gut in that, and then give up on the Premier League. It's crap. It is, isn't it? It's annoying as well, being a United fan, having to accept that this game is just a given, and we just have to suck it up and wait for Thursday night football. It's really annoying. It really is. I think we're pretty much near enough done with the comments coming out. Just going to double check around everything regarding the press conference stuff now. It's all on Dalot, and a lot of talk about Dalot. Yes, some transfer stuff there, but yeah, pretty much I think the headlines from the press conference: Dalot being out for the rest of the season, and Matheus Cunha, he doesn't want to say anything about Matheus. He's calling him by his first name now, so it's like he knows him already. Fabrizio Romano talking about Cunha as well, and what Ruben has said. So yeah, he's not going to talk about it. He's not going to say a definite answer now in a press conference. He even said there, Ruben, look, it means I have to answer it exactly the same way every time someone asks me a question about the transfers. But he has said that United have to do things quickly, and everybody knows that. So I think that's him saying that there is something happening very, very quickly when this window opens. So yes, that I feel is where we're actually out and where we're actually at right now. With everything going on with the transfer side of things anyway. But yeah, that is your press conference, everybody. Live, instant reaction to everything going on and what Ruben Amorim said. All that's left for me to say is a massive thank you to everybody in the chats. Gifted memberships from the Angry Beaver. Mods for helping out in there. Everyone's comments. Thank you, everybody. Again, please do get involved in the Match Bingo game. It's a FUTV only match bingo game this weekend against Bournemouth. Click on the link in the live chat or in the description, or scan the QR code up on your screen, everybody. Only FUTV members can win the game this weekend. There is 350 quid up for grabs. Getting your tickets now. We need to get at least 200 of them tickets sold so we can bring out the big prize money. But there will be definite winners from FUTV only this weekend. Go through the app on that link. You have to go through that link on the screen or on the QR code, even if you've already downloaded the app. That's to get into the FUTV game. Okay, that is our show, everybody. Thank you so much for being part of it. I will see you all later this evening. Usual time again of 6:30 with your live updates on everything. Maybe some aftermath from that press conference and a bit more updates around what's going on with Carrington, and obviously all of the transfer stuff as well. For now, everybody, please pop a like on the video if you're loving the content. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you